Oh, how did I get into photography? I've always loved art. Always been a big fan of art. And I think that I've always had an appreciation for photography, but never really considered becoming a photographer because I just never thought I really had it in me. It's one of those things where it's all you. The challenge of it is really appealing. It's kind of like photography is the great unicorn. You're constantly chasing it. You're constantly trying to find that perfect shot. Even if it's the one shot and you never get another one like it, you have that one shot that you never get tired of looking at. Photography is the most difficult, simple thing I think that anyone can endeavor to do. The good photographers make it look really easy. And because a good photographer can make a photograph look easy, that's what makes it so difficult. That's what I never expected. The funny thing about photography, it's like the biggest lie ever told, because you're looking at one little frame and you can make it look like whatever image you captured is so perfect or so beautiful or so wonderful. But if you were to pan out, it could be just craziness going on around you and make it look like the most wonderful thing is happening all around you, like sunshine and rainbows. And that's another thing I didn't expect about photography, is to be able to make something look other than. I think one of the most important aspects is to, if you can, let the truth be shown through the image, if it's possible, and to tell a story, if you can, with a single image. That's like, imagine if you had to tell a story with one word. What would that word be?
The thing I like to photograph the most would have to be people. I'm a studio photographer. That's the thing. That's my environment where I thrive. I do look at all kinds of other photographies. I've seen some great photojournalism stuff that really just blows me away and really makes me wish I was doing that. But that's not my thing. My thing is really people in a controlled environment. That's where I really get the best of my images from. I think one of the most challenging aspects of photography is really the models. What are their tendencies? I shoot people from professional models all the way to someone who just needs a good image, whether they're a family member or they need it for some business thing, but they're not a model. Sometimes you don't know what the model is bringing. You might know that model's face, but then when they come, you don't know what they were going to bring with them, and you get totally caught off guard. But the best thing to do is just to go ahead and rely on what you know with all the years of photography that you've done, and to understand that you actually can do this. Thinking back to when I first started doing photography, I say one of my main goals, my number one goals, really was to get through the shoot without having to pay people their money back and losing reputations. Many times I would get there and when I'm getting ready for the shoot, or when the model first arrives, I'm just like, why did I do this? Why did I say I would do this shoot? I had gear, I had lights and all that stuff, but without confidence, I really wasn't getting the best out of the shoot for my client, But my second goal, I say my goal now, really is, by the end of the shoot, I want to make that person see themselves in the best light. And by the end of that thing, if I can get them to see themselves and make them feel more confident in who they are and what they look like, then I've accomplished my goal. So that's my main goal now, is to show the model or the client in their best light.